I'm going to make this one a quick one today. My life completely transformed when I surrendered to God. When I surrendered to God and I started to make my prayers more general rather than specific, I stopped trying to make things happen how I see fit. And I started to claim that God would work through me and bless me abundantly in all areas of life. And I'm going to explain why that worked so well today, but it's going to be a nice quick one so you can re-watch this video again and again and just start to apply these truths into your life and keep this spirituality simplified. Make it simple in nature. You see, the first thing I had to realize is that God, when he created the earth, it was done. So all creation is done. All I'm doing is aligning to that finished state that God was in. And on the seventh day, he rested. So that immediately tells me yet again, what should I do? I need to rest in the idea that creation is done. I needed to calm myself down. I needed to bring my energy down to a peaceful, flowing state. I need to start to harmonize with the song of life rather than try and create my own song that was greater. Now, there's an interesting truth to that because it's like God said, I am the giver and the gift. Well, if you ask for bread, I shall not give you a stone. You know, all of these things, before you ask, it is already answered. I mean, it's just said so many times, these divine truths of God. So it was like, okay, but God is also my shepherd. I shall not want. So let me think about that. If God is my shepherd and I shall not want, why don't I let him guide me, or it, or whatever that divinity is? Let me be guided by these wonderful truths of God. So I just started to relax myself into that peaceful, easy state. And it was like I become the luckiest person in the world, because where there was problem, now there's solutions. I mean, even yesterday, I was at a very sweet school fete, and one of my daughter's friends lost her little rabbit, and she was welling up with tears. And I just looked her in the eyes and I said, I know we're going to find it. I didn't tell her because God is on my side. I didn't want to kind of scare her with religious connotation, but I just knew, because ever since then I used to lose things all the time. I always seem to find them now. God is always working to provide me because I stopped believing in loss. I claim that God is guiding me in all my ways. You see what I'm saying? So that general affirmation works in that simple part of life too. I also start to say, God is prospering me now in more abundant, wonderful ways where I can give to others and allow them to enjoy the fruits of my labor too. God is guiding me, loving me. God is the source of all my good, health, vitality, abundance. I am constantly evolving spiritually, mentally, financially, in all ways. But you see how it's general enough, but it's also specific. So it's just there on that wonderful edge of no push, no resistance, just a wonderful connective state to a true energy that knows how to work, knows how to provide. You just have to look at nature itself. I mean, there's more stars in the sky than grains of sand. There are more fruit rot in the tropics than there could ever feed the world. You see, we live in an abundant world. We have a God that gives abundantly. So why don't we align to God's plan? Because it will always be greater than what we could ever plan for ourselves. And that's what the key was. It was letting go of me thinking that I had to know exactly what I want. And we're told by a lot of spiritual gurus, write the list, write exactly what you want to earn, how you want to earn it, when you want to wake up, when you need to go to the loo. Let's get specific on when you need to do this. I'm being silly, by the way, but you know what I'm saying. And that specificity actually broke me, because it's like, oh, I've got to control everything. But there's no control in this life. You harmonize, you align, you connect. You do not make. You are not God in the sense that you make anything, because creation's already done. And you know me, I love a Lord of the Rings connection. I don't know why I'm so into it, but you know, Louis Vuitton is the god of Lord of the Rings, and they sing a song with the Valar, and they sing this song together. And there's one called Malcor who wants to go against this creation, but the only problem is he can't create, because there's only one creator. Now that song was sung together and it made creation, and he caused disharmony, so he created evil in essence. But there's only one power, you see. So the only thing that Valar, Malcor, could do was corrupt. And that's the same if you're looking at things as God and the devil. There's no other creator, so give it no power. Give no power to fear of things, of other problems, because there is one power and it is absolute and it is good. So surrendering to that power is the most freeing, blessing thing in your life. You will be blessed more abundantly than you could ever imagine. And I love that. And I love it so much that I need to share it with you every day. Surrender yourself to God and see what happens in your life, my friend. Give it totally to God. And just let go. But people struggle to let go, and trust me, I do too, but it's only emotional energy that stops you from letting go. So as you realize that, you will become freer, and you realize it's just a sensation, and behind that fear is everything I've ever wanted. It's the peace, freedom, the flow, the vitality, the love. Oh my gosh, the love I have for my wife, the love I have for my children, the love I have for life today. Just because of letting go of fear. Just because of realizing that I'm loved by a God that is so wonderful. And trust me, I'm still working on things. I'm not perfect. That's not what I'm trying to say. But my gosh, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful to live in an abundant life? Now, if you are not living in that right now, you may want to have a go at me. But I'm going to tell you, I've lived in absolute fear, terror, and pestilence. And the only thing I ever did was let go of fear, go more general, and surrender to God. And I hope this one helps anyone out there. And I'm sending you so much love. Take care.